Hello everybody, thanks for coming. And thanks John for organising this.
Hello.
And thanks the other John for thinking of it. I'm passing it to the other John.
Do I have to say something?
No.
Oh, right. Count me in then.
2, 3, 4. I was talking to the Lord Mayor the other day. I said, Shrini, how's it happened? He said, you'll be pleased to hear, Nige, no, it hasn't happened. In the last 12 months, there have been no new Australian world cities to emerge. So for the 20th year in a row, Brisbane is still Australia's newest world city. And I think we should start the show with a round of applause for the real star of the show, Brisbane! Brisbanality, that's Brisbanality. Brisbanality, the thing you've come to see. Brisbanality, Brisbanality, that's Brisbanality. Brisbanality, it's a strange reality. Come along with me. Brisbanality, a strange reality. Not even by the sea, but it's a place to be. Yes, it is. Have a cup of tea or 3. Turn on the ABC or Triple Z. As hot can be.
As hot as hot can be.
Baby, you and me. Well, it's not the heat. It's the humidity. Did you know that, Ross?
No.
It's not the heat. It's the humidity. It is. You never know your luck in a medium-sized city. I never knew this place could be so pretty. Like your Brisbane, I really like your Brisbane. Up and down, round and round, just a big country town. All I found was a clown in a suit that was brown. Brisbane, I really like your Brisbane. Yes, I do. And why don't people keep to the left on the escalators? On the fucking escalators. God, that drives me up the fucking world. Brisbanality. One more time, Ross. Brisbanality. That's Brisbanality. Brisbanality. A strange reality. Brisbanality. Well, Ross, we were really hardcore last century, weren't we?
I thought so.
We were rather hardcore, and now look at us. Look, it's like some sort of vaudeville act or something. You know, we've gone from you toured the US and I played in a band that supported the Ramones, did an album in London and stuff, and now look at us.
Doesn't mean anything.
Oh, look at us now.
No.
Look at us now. We've gone from Gabba Gabba Hey to Cabba Cabaret.
Yeah, no. It's terrible.
How did this all happen? Let me tell you. Never planned to be bland, but as everybody knows, you never plan to be bland. That's just the way it goes, just the way it goes. knows. I always thought I would be bored. I was stupid, I suppose. But you always think you're on the brink. On the brink, on the brink. But then you're on the nose. And you really stink. Beautiful, Ross. For the age. Beautiful music. But all I wanted was to rock. Ooh, yeah. I never really got to rock. Come on. I never really got to rock. Oh, alright. I'm such a soft cock. Oh, no. I never knew that I was through. No, I just didn't understand.
He just didn't understand.
But the bland in me just grew and grew. Now bland is me and bland I am. Bland I am. Bland is me and bland I am. Bland I am. Yeah, bland I am. So that's how it happened. Could be worse. Ross, they call Brisbane the River City, don't they?
Do they?
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, yeah, they call it Brisbane. Do you like the river?
Yeah, I guess.
What's your favourite thing about the river?
It's brown.
The colour.
The colour.
The colour.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good brown. I've always liked brown.
Seen the Seine in Paris. I've seen the Tiber in Rome. But there's no other river like the one I got back home. That old brown river keeps rolling along. Seen the Thames in London, the Hudson in New York City. But there's no other river so nice and so pretty as that old brown river. It keeps singing our song. Brown water. Brown water. I called home. The Brisbane River is the very heart and soul of this town. Did you know that, Ross?
No.
Well, it's so very brown that it's the very brownest river around. It is. Well, you can keep Sydney Harbour. You can stick Port Phillip Bay. Just give me that Brisbane River forever and a day, because that old brown river keeps rolling along. Whoa, yeah. That old brown river. Old brown river like an old man's liver. this town. Well, it's so very brown that it's the very brownest river around. Oh, brown river like an old man's liver, he just keeps rolling along, singing our song. Thank you. Well, Brisbane author Hugh Lunn wrote a book called Fred and Olive's Blessed Lino. And
Who? Who?
Huge Lung.
Huge lung.
Huge lungs. Hugh Lunn.
Oh,
Hugh Lunn. And
Over
anyway,
the top with Jim.
that's the one.
Yeah.
And the great thing about lino is that it's not carpet. And apart from that, the other good thing about lino is that underneath lino, it's like archaeology. Like there's like newspaper from 1985, newspaper from 1963. Anyway, if you lived in a share house last century, when we were hardcore, you would have seen such things under the lino in the share houses that you ripped up when you were having parties or whatever. Anyway,
Picture magazine.
Yeah, and anyway, we found this.
Sorry.
We found an ad in the Courier Mail from 1930 something. It's basically an ad for a male corset, and it's called a governor belt. And it's like this is the close up, and it's meant to shame people into buying a governor belt because it'll transform their life. If you turn it round again from the beginning to the end, yeah. Is that right? Yes, his mates are poking fun of him, and at the end, he's going out with his girlfriend looking dapper with his corset holding his gut in. Anyway, there's no, body shaming is nothing new. And anyway, we were wondering what was this guy like? What was this chap in this advertisement like? What was his job? What was his story? What was his job? What beach was that? Is that Sandgate Beach? I'm not sure.
Brown.
It was a brown beach. I'm not sure which beach. Anyway, so we thought we'd have a think about that and try and imagine the sort of person that was with the male corset. This is a sad, sad story with a happy ending, and it concerns me greatly. This is a sad, sad story. Cause I'm a sensitive man. I am a sad, sad story. A pie van pie man. I am the very best that I can. More pies, more pies, more pies, pies. I've grown to twice my size. I take my truck to the coast. I'm as white as a ghost. Get out, fill my trunks, which are bigger than most. I walk to the water, just like a whale to the slaughter. Well, I guess I have to admit it. Well, on the beach, I was immense. On the beach, I was immense. Well, I was immense. I had to sit down at the gents. A man of no consequence. Yeah, I was immense. And then I got me a governor belt. Now I'm sleek and I'm svelte. Well, all the girls, they just melt. Well, from this day hence, I got myself confidence with a governor belt. No longer immense. We couldn't work out what his name was, but we found out everything else about him. Well, Ross, there's going to be like infrastructure coming out of our ears from now on until 2032, don't you think?
Yeah, I reckon.
Infrastructure galore.
Infrastructure overload.
Infrastructure, yeah. But well, there's plenty of good infrastructure here already, isn't there? What's your favourite piece of infrastructure? Think carefully.
The Dakin deviation.
The Dakin deviation.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised you like the Dakin deviation? Guess what mine is?
I've no idea, Nigel.
It's in the script. Mine is I love the Story Bridge. Because it shouldn't have been called the Story Bridge. It should have been called the bloody Bradfield Bridge. Not the bloody Bradfield, the Bradfield Bridge. John Bradfield from Sandgate designed and built the Story Bridge. And how did the government honour him? Oh, John! Oh, great work with that bloody bridge, mate. Oh, you know what? To remember you're going to see that piece of bitumen that runs from there to over there. It's going to be named after you. The Bradfield Highway. It's a little known fact that Brisbane has its very own Route 66. It runs all the way from Fortitude Valley to Kangaroo Point. Driving down the Bradfield Highway, it's the shortest highway in Australia.
About 800 metres.
Well, I feel so inadequate, 'cause it's the shortest highway in the world. It's a short song for a short highway. But sometimes, if following Apple Maps or Google Maps, you'll say, proceed to the Bradfield Highway. You go, what do you mean? I mean, the city's no bloody highway. Yes, you're on the Bradfield Highway.
There was another one in Sydney I went to Sydney last week, and there's a Bradfield Highway
that's
there.
the same Bradfield.
Is it really?
Yeah, but the difference between the Sydney Bridge was made out of Meccano pieces in London and shipped over and put together. But the Story Bridge, every single part of the Story Bridge is from Australian materials.
Yeah.
In fact, when John Bradfield writes about it, he actually goes back to the description of the Story Bridge being built. He goes back to the eons of the geological formations making the iron ore in the blah, blah, blah. But it's like, whoa, it goes way back. So, deep thinker.
Yeah, definitely.
Brisbane hero.
Hero, definitely.
What? Oh, yes. What else did he get? Bradfield. No, Story.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a building.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, good prompt.
Good point.
They named it. Look, sorry, John. We're going to name that after. We're going to name that bridge after J.D. Story, who designed the pay classification system for Queensland public servants.
Well, that does sound important, doesn't it?
That's very important.
You've got to know who's who.
Yeah. And he got. What else did he?
He built one of the buildings in the university.
Oh, well, he got
J.D.
Story building got a building. What didn't he a bloody bridge for as well? It should have been Bradfield Bridge, shouldn't it? Should have been the Bradfield Bridge.
And the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
What a hero! What a hero!
Bradfield.
So, as far as Brisbane heroes go, which hero do you think?
There's so many.
What sort of hero?
Probably.
What sort of would it be a literary hero or something? What sort of hero?
I don't know what you mean by literary.
Well, or would it be like a politician?
Sporting hero.
Sporting
I
hero,
like from rugby league.
Well, look, I'll tell you what.
I know.
No, hang on. Before you tell me, I know you're thinking about it, but look, to demonstrate how important sport is to Brisbane, Ross will hold up. I've got a picture of two screamers, both on the same day in 2007. Now, the first one. So this is the Australian. Okay. So some sad news there. And the same day, what does a cremail say? Now you get the picture? So which sporting hero do you think? Who do you think?
I've been thinking a rugby league player for sure.
Yep.
Probably Steve Bradbury.
Oh, Stephen Bradbury, who's not a rugby league player, you mean?
No, the one from the
Queensland Crushers. No,
Yeah, that's the one.
No, he's an ice
Legend.
skater from Acacia Ridge. Acacia Ridge. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, that's right. And he won that. He got into that final, but he won a bronze medal as part of a relay team when he was in his teens in the early '92. And then they thought he was up and coming, but things didn't quite go as well. He broke his back. He almost died when someone sliced him on the ice skating rink. And anyway, got in the team in 2002. It was his last chance. He was the oldest member of the team that was trying to get medals in that particular sport. But he had this great Chinese coach, Anne Zhang.
Anne Zhang, that's another legend there.
And she said she's coached him, and he managed to get through. He managed to get through the heats. He got through the semi-finals. As a couple of things happened. He got through because someone got disqualified. Everything seemed to be going for it. He was into the Olympic final. Salt Lake City 2002. Stephen Bradbury. From Acacia Rink to Olympic brink. No accidental destiny. It took him 10 long years to be there. Pierced eyebrow and dyed spiky hair. Stephen Bradbury, he wants all the world to see that he's in the final. Finally, he's skating on. His coach said, you've got to use your head. You'll never beat those guys at your speed. So, just stay safe at the back of the pack. Let the others fight it out for the lead. And as the race picked up in pace, Steve safely in final place. Stephen Bradbury, hair and tortoise strategy. Keep your feet, yeah, that's the key. He's skating on. Go, Stevie! Up to see all the leaders fall and crash to the wall, and he skates on to victory. Disbelief in his face as he sails into history. Stephen Bradbury, last man standing, victory. Well, down opponents 1, 2, 3. He's skating on. Stephen Bradbury, hyperbolic commentary. Yeah, he's also quintessentially. He's facing on. He's skating on. He's skating on. We're skating on. Stephen Bradbury, you bloody beauty. Yes. Well, Brisbane has been historically a conservative place, but, there are some things we weren't so good at conserving. The Bellevue Hotel was Brisbane's premier hotel and an architectural gem. Built in 1886, by the 1970s it was in bad need of repair. Premier Joe said it was cheaper to knock it down. A crowd gathered to try and protect the Bellevue from the wrecking ball. And in drove the Dean Brothers trucks like tanks through Stalingrad. Amid the howls of anguish from the surrounding protesters, the Bellevue Hotel was unceremoniously demolished. All we leave are the memories. All we leave are the memories. Cloudland Ballroom featured enormous archway entrance and the best sprung dance floor in the land. From wartime balls to the beginnings of punk, it was the entertainment venue for generations of Brisbaneites. Bought by a property developer in the 1970s, it was deliberately allowed to fall into disrepair. And without a permit, in the dead of night, the Dean brothers moved in, and within an hour, Cloudland was reduced to a pile of rubble. All we leave are the memories. 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 Half the National Party cabinet grew up in houses that were little more than tin sheds, quipped Bob Catter. We didn't have any concern for the aesthetic value of old buildings. Smashing down the Bellevue, knocking down Cloudland, oh, that was just something funny that happened in Brisbane. In 2015, George Dean told the Courier Mail, a little bit of heritage here and there is okay, but there's been far too much of a shift towards heritage protection. You've got to go forwards. If you don't go forwards, you go backwards. All we leave are the memories. 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 All we leave. All we leave. Memories. Oh, we leave the memories. Oh, we leave the memories. Oh, we leave. Oh, we leave the memories. The memories. Sorry, that was accidentally poignant. We need to put a sort of vaudeville ending on that, like an advertising jingle or something, obviously. Well, George Kyprios drove his Holden car to Cloudland to dances. George Kyprios was better known as Rock and Roll George. And look, I know a lot of people think he's famous for his car. I know a lot of people think that. But the true story of George Kyprios' significance in Brisbane cultural history is less known. You might think the folks of Brisbane town ain't got no style, but we got more of that haute couture than the fanciest fashionophile. It all began when a Greek Aussie man drove his new Holden car to a dance. Rock and Roll George's, his trousers were gorgeous. Rock and Roll George's purple pants. Word got around, there were new pants in town, and Brisbane started losing its mind. People would scream and run out of their houses just to see George get out of his car in those trousers. In a big country town that had only ever seen brown, pretty soon law and order started breaking down. Rock and Roll George's, his trousers were gorgeous. Rock and Roll George's purple pants. Well, the chief of police said, we ain't no wowsers, but Brisbane's not ready for bright purple trousers. George, it's all gone too far. Son, you gotta stay in your car. And from that day 4th, George just stayed in his car. He drove from West End to town, around and around. But his trousers live on in the Queensland Museum. They're a sight to behold. Well, you should all go and see them. Well, you might think the folks of Brisbane town ain't got no style, but we got more of that hot culture than the fanciest fashionophile. Well, it all began when a Greek Aussie man drove his new Holden car to a dance. Rock and roll George's, his trousers were gorgeous. Rock and roll George's purple pants. Rock and roll George's, his trousers were gorgeous. Rock and roll George's purple pants. Next week on all the catwalks in France, rock and roll George's purple pants. Oh, Ross, I feel a lot of love in the room. A lot of love in this room. Not love for us, of course, but I feel a lot of love in this room. What sort of love is that, Ross? Can you put your finger on it?
I can put my finger on it.
Yeah, not really, not exactly. But,
I won't put my finger on it.
No. What sort of love
It's,
is it?
anyone care to guess?
It's a
It's a Brisbane kind of
It's
love.
a Brisbane
That's what it
kind
is.
of love.
It's a Brisbane kind of love.
It's just a... Oh, sorry.
Which chord do we start?
A minor. Too many major seventh chords. 2, 3, 4. It's just a Brisbane kind of love. A Brisbane kind of love. It's just a Brisbane kind of love. A Brisbane kind of love. Rosalie, I care for both of thee equally. Karina is looking at you. Virginia, you're a star. It's just a Brisbane kind of love. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. Brisbane kind of love. And I know that you know just what I'm talking about. Alexandra Hills, you thrill me still, and you always will. Ellen Grove, should you ever leave Kelvin, just call me. You know my number. Brisbane kind of love. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. It's just a Brisbane kind of love. And I know that you know just what I'm talking about. It's just a Brisbane kind of love. A Brisbane kind of love. Just a Brisbane kind of love. A Brisbane kind of love. Alcester, Brackenridge, Chelmer, Dakin, Eagle Farm, Fitzgibbon, Gaythorne, Hawthorne, Ithaca, Jamboree Heights, Capera, Lutwich, Milton, New Farm, Oxley, Pinjarra Hills,
QPB.
Cuperoo, Robertson, 17 Mile Rocks, Tarragindi, Upper Mount Gravatt, Virginia,
Extra suburb.
Extra Suburb, Yurongpilly, Sylmia, a Brisbane kind of love, a Brisbane kind of love, a Brisbane kind of love, a Brisbane kind of love. It's a Brisbane kind of love. 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 Ross.
Sorry.
You need another glass of the Grange. Thank you very much.
a sing-along.
Sing along at the end, you'll know this.
You know this one at the end.
Okay, another grim song about the end of the world.
I'm over it. I'm over the world.
God. Helena, Helena handbasket, we love you. Helena, Helena handbasket, you don't know just what you do. 'Cause I love the way they keep it talking in the dark, and I love the way we're all gonna cock, and the end of the world is just a walk in the park with you. Helena, Helena handbasket, stay with me. Helena, Helena handbasket, not just now, but eternally. 'Cause I love the way you keep us all unawares as we go sailing the Titanic, rearranging deck chairs. And like a frog in a saucepan, you're stewing us slowly, yeah. Helena, we love you. 'Cause I love the way you keep us all unawares as we go sailing the Titanic, rearranging deck chairs. Like a frog in a saucepan, you're stewing us slowly, yeah. Well, Helena, Helena handbasket, we love you. Yes, we do, apparently. Helena, Helena handbasket, you don't know just what you do. 'Cause I love the way you keep us all in the dark. I love the way we're all gonna cock, and the end of the world is just a walk in the park with you. The end of the world is just a walk in the park with you. The end of the world is just a walk in the park with you. It's all too late, and nothing you can do about it. We're all going to hell in a little handbasket, so you may as well have a good time. If you think about it, just listen to our advice, 'cause all we are saying is get pissed and dance. 'Cause all we are saying is get pissed and dance.
All we are saying is get pissed and dance.
All we are saying is get pissed and dance.
All we are saying is get pissed and dance.
It's the only logical conclusion you can come to.
All we are saying is get pissed and dance.
Come on, South Brisbane, we know you want to.
All we are saying is get pissed and
Bet that cheered you up. Thank you. And thank you, John. Do you want to say something? And thank you all the performers. Thank you everyone for coming. Smith family is the winner. And everyone, we're all the winners. Having fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Dustbin.